Hello folks, and here we are with part 2 of the defensive flying. I had just to extend, as you saw in the part 1, and now I'm going back again into the fray. Just remember, the situation keeps being that I'm outnumbered almost the entire time, and this fight is basically 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1, or 3 versus 2, when this friendly fighter is helping me out. Also, he's not much of a help, to be honest. Also, he will in this part get me into trouble because he's in the fight, and if a friendly plane is in trouble, I will turn and try to help him, no matter the odds. You have seen this in part 1 also, where he had two fighters on his tail, got his tail handed over, but I turned in. And here you see someone is following me low, and I try to get him off. I also try to always separate one of the guys to sucker them into a fight I can win, but that's not really easy with those guys. They are disciplined. You know, the pair that is working together is disciplined in the way that one is the attacker and the other stays basically up high as a cover. And the hotshot I mentioned, he's still not scratched. He still is 0, and I think in the meantime he's at 12 or 13 to 0, so he's really a guy that has discipline and knows how to fly. Especially he knows how to shoot, because he will not have so many kills being a bad shot. And here again you see that I, in this case, do not fall in behind the Focke-Wulf too close, but instead try to keep my energy slightly up. I score a little hit here, but he's not dead, he's just hurt. And still I'm still here, and you hear it, have someone on my 6. Just saw it coming in, and so I'm also on the defensive again. And I'm hurt for the first time. This is just, as I told you, the fight is taking long, and also I finally want to kill something. And so I get a little excited, and I stayed in that fight, say about 20 to 30 seconds too long. And now I'm in the defensive, having 2 guys that get position on me. And yet now I have found my escape route, and keep my nose low and speed up. And now in the next sequence, I think you will see that the hotshot guy will get me. And why will he get me? Because simply too many hunters are the fox death. And I know one guy is in trouble. There you see a P-51. He's already hurt. And you know, he now has trouble because he has one of the Focke-Wulfs chasing him. And I try to get that Focke-Wulf off him. And while doing this, I actually am getting too slow. And this is the moment here, you see, where that hotshot pilot killed me. Hello, and we are here in the part 2 of defensive flying, again against the Germans. This time the hotshot pilot that got me in the previous sequence is in another match, and he's flying a 109 that I don't know yet. And I will show you how in the 109 he's also extremely good at defensive flying. I took off from a field, and I spotted a couple of dots in a dogfight. I don't know how many friends are there or how many enemies are there. I close in, and now I discover that it's actually only one 109 against 2 of us, and I join the fray because for some odd reason I know he's in here, and I want to use the opportunity to fight him with some backup, so I can give him back what he gave me in the last sequence and try to kill him. And you see here, he's flying scissors very well. But this time with two friendlies close by, I can be much more aggressive. You hear how I pop flaps to stay behind his 3 to 9 line in a comfortable distance. But you see, he's quite capable. One Spitfire is chasing him, one F8 is chasing him, and you see how he manages that those two guys get out of phase and overshoot him, while I just try to stay behind him and be patient. I know how he's flying. And you see here, I go in, I overshot here at the moment. So he keeps 3 of us busy with his flying skills. And just look how he does. He does not burn much energy. He just flies enough out of phase with all of 3 of us to avoid the gunshots. And he's even danger when we overshoot, because he's quickly to point his guns on us. But, you know, you heard me, I scored a couple of hits. And compared to the other guys, I stay much closer on his tail. And I'm much more aggressive. And I can only do this because I know I have backup. I would not do this in this situation, you know, before in the other sequence. And you see how he beautifully gets out of phase, uses unloading the plane in this case, and it's really not, I'm almost not able to get a really good shot at him. But in this case it's also, he's flying really good, but at the end you must say many hunters are the fox's death, and this will also be true in this case. Here you see he manages that the 2 other guys are basically out of the game, and I stay with him. He has slight battle damage, and so you see he's getting more aggressive in this case. Also, and he's much better aim than me. You see in this, with this angle off, he really managed to put some rounds into me. And now I have another guy on my 6. But I shake it off. You see the same what I do here is basically keeping the other guy out of phase, and he's turning away. And I come around, keeping the speed high. Finally, there I see him. And it looks like he's hurt. And I got the kill down there. You know, he's not... he managed to ditch, but I did enough damage so that he's actually down. And so, I hope you enjoyed this. Could see how you do some defensive flying and how difficult it is to get a shot in on someone who's really good at flying out of phase with you. So have fun, always good fights. See you here again at Agato's Flight School. Bye bye, folks.